Hello and welcome back for some more Gran Turismo 7 on PS5. We are doing Daily Race B. As always, we are at Dragon Trail Gardens in the Group 4 cars and I'm going to be driving the Atenza this week. Well, today anyway. So we'll see how it goes. Done a bit of quali. It's gone okay, I guess. Could be a bit quicker. Had one race, which was absolute carnage. So I'm guessing it's going to be more of the same tonight. There's a lot of dive bombing and pushing people off onto the gravel and the grass. So we'll see how it goes. FYA Racer, how's it going? It'd be good. Thanks for popping in. So yeah, we're going to queue up for the race. The next race is at 10:2, so give me a chance to get a bit of practice in, some quality laps. Much needed to see if I can improve the quality time. But we'll see how we go anyway. Hopefully we can keep pushing towards... let's just select from the garage. Join in for the race. Let's go into qualifying time trial. Let's switch over to that one actually. Right, we are currently about 2/3 of the way through DRA, and our SR is fully S, which is good. I can't imagine that staying like this because knowing what the carnage is like in this race, it might be a bit of a DR and SR killer this week. So we'll see how we get on tonight with it. Our quali time at the moment is a 1:39.5. I'd like a 1:39.4. I think 1:39.5 is okay. I think I could get a 1:39.4. Siobhan, how's it going? All that stuff. Actually, it's Sogon, isn't it? I'm thinking the Irish spelling. But anyway, we are. What are we? We are 245th at the moment, time-wise. That's going to drop quite quickly, I would imagine. But we'll get a ghost up. For the quali times, we've got the GT's quite popular. Got a couple of F-types appearing. It's a good car, the F-type. But it is the back end's very slidey. Got to be careful with the F-type. The Atenza grips well. It's not great at turning. You've got GT is obviously really popular. Hurricane is good, but it slides around a lot. I can't read Arabic, unfortunately. So, just English, please. So, yeah. And there's a GTR, a couple of GTRs knocking about. But yeah, I've gone with the Atenza for this one. So we'll just grab a ghost. I think it's quite stable for the race. There's a lot of jostling, so I don't think it's going to damage us too much. I'm going to go +3 on the brake balance. So there's a lot of dive bombs on this corner. Being pushed out wide. Quite easily done. Very easily done to get pushed out wide. First corner's a tricky one. Got to try and carry as much speed round as you can. Again, very easy to go wide. This chicane is very tricky because you've got to kind of watch out for the sausages because they will massively unsettle the Atenza. Very easy to get a penalty on that section. Difficult to do it quick. I was quite slow through there. You've really got to kind of go over both of the sausage curbs. So brake over by the trees. Again, this is another massive dive bomb corner. Got to be careful not to turn too tight out of that bend because the back end will start to slide and you lose loads of time. This is quite a tricky section. Trying to get through it, carry enough speed without going wide. I've got a bit slow through that. And then you've got this really tricky 3 apex corner. Whereas if you mess it up and go wide, you can just end up in that wall. So it's quite a tricky section. Hey Seth, how's it going? And then brake around by the 100 board. And it's very easy to go wide on this bit. And end up on the grass. We have Daily Race B. It's GT7, yeah. So I need to try and get a decent time. This is another one, it's very easy to go wide. Not bad first corner, couple of corners. I need to try and do this bit right. That was okay, a little bit slower than last time. Ah, I've gone wide. That's a shame. The Atenza's one of the meta cars. There's a few decent ones this week. And that is what happens if you get the angle wrong. That's a shame, that would have been quite a good lap. Yeah, the Atenza is quite popular. The Citroen GT, the F-Type has made a late appearance. There's a few F-Types knocking about. Hurricane is another one. So yeah, they're the main four, I think. I find the Atenza's a bit more stable. I've not seen it near the top of the leaderboards, Unity. The Alpha. Oh yeah, and lower driver ratings. For sure. That's the thing, I suppose. When you're in this, you know, lower ratings like bottom end of B, C and stuff like that, you tend to find the car makes less difference than the actual driving. Whereas the margins are so small when you kind of get up to A and that, the car begins to make a difference. Obviously the driving does as well, because you still get quite big gaps, but yeah, you can get away with whatever car you like. Oh, I hit the wrong brake marker. This is okay. Do you mean in general, or this car? It doesn't turn very well. Doesn't turn as well as the Lamborghini. So you've got to be quite careful of running wide. It feels a bit heavy as well. So you've got to be careful of the weight transfer. The sausage riding on this car is very bad. The suspension is not great for the curbs. So if you hit the sausage curbs in this, it really bounces the car around. G70 is very similar. The Citroen GT takes the curbs much better, but it slides around. It'll slide out on them. Got 4 minutes till the race. Like that. You hit the curb and it just bounces the car out. So in the race, sometimes it's better to not try and go over the curbs. It's a tiny bit slower, but it's much safer. Because you see so many people getting bounced out. It's one of those races where if you can keep it clean and avoid the penalties, you should generally do okay. That might be a penalty. The Alpha 4C, okay. Ah, caught the curve. If you get a tyre over there, just a tyre over that edge, you can lose. You've just lost like 2-3 tenths. It's ridiculous. It's very easy to lose loads of time. Hey, you two, how's it going? A lot of mods for the AC though, isn't there? I wonder if it'll give me a penalty for that. Does it hit the curb? Okay. No, we got away with that. Ah, too slow round there. That's a shame. Messed it up on that corner. Oh, this is better. Didn't mess with that corner. You see the difference in the time on the Delta. On that one. Tenth and a bit off. Tricky. Oh, there's some horrible corners. This chicane, especially. It's not as bad as the chicane at Dragon Trail Seaside, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, I'm doing alright, you two. Be interested to see what these races are like. Oh, if I'd have done that corner on the last one, might be in the time. Most of it, in fact. Pretty much the entire circuit you don't like. Right, where are we? We are 6th. Okay, that's not bad. Maverick's on. He's always ridiculously quick. I could see how I could get another 10th or so on here. What's the dog doing? He's in his crate. Why is he in his crate? How weird. Oh, it's going to be proper chaos. Oh, Stampy's in as well. Everyone's saying hello. Oh, it's busy. Thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Double tap if you're watching on the vertical stream. Double tap to like. Hit the emojis as well. All comes in useful. We are streaming horizontal as well. So if you prefer watching that kind of stream, you can always... There's a link in the description for the vertical stream to the horizontal one. Although the chat's split between two, so if you see me talking to people and you can't see the chat, then that's why. I'm not on Red Bull Ring. Lindemeister, I prefer to use the controller for this. I mean, I might get a wheel someday, but at the moment, happy on a controller. I mean, I quite liked the Red Bull Ring last week. It went quite well. I'm thinking this one's going to be a bit of chaos, so we'll see. Let's find out. Car behind is coming in quick. G7 behind. And that is what happens. This guy is going to go for a dive up the inside. So I'll take a wide line. Catch him on the way back. Bit of a gap behind. This is Gran Turismo, so need to try and catch up with the GT down here. Ouch. There is quite a gap behind, so I don't know what's been going on there. Need to sort that corner out. It depends what level you're at. If you're racing in these lobbies, yeah. Terrible line. Well, I use the face buttons for the gears, and because my thumb isn't doing anything, so it just kind of sits there. It's Dragon Trail Gardens. It's a fictional track in Gran Turismo. Right, I need to get a bit quicker. I'm going too slow here. Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice, but it's worth persevering with it, because you get a lot of advantages to being able to use manual gears. keep hitting that curb. I was hoping he'd go a bit wide. No, you can do. We did alright in Red Bull last week. Yeah, the ABS, everyone pretty much runs ABS. I mean, it's worth turning little excursion there. It's worth turning the traction control off. Unless you just spin out. I know of the game Formula 1. I'm not a massive fan of the actual, you know, the motor racing. Got this car pushing me along. Car behind him did me a bit of a favour there. Pushed him out. I tend to do Gran Turismo and a variety of arcade and other racing games. Oh, he's lost a bit of time. Yeah, it's a mixture of arcade, indie, sim stuff, all sorts. Need to get quicker on that corner. Cheers for the sub, much appreciated. I don't really use them. Not the ones provided by the game. I think it breaks a bit early. I'm always a big fan of finding your own braking lines to get out of the habit of using them, because every circuit has them. Cheers, Sue. Yeah, I mean, the braking indicators in the game, I'd say the apex indicators are pretty good. People use the apex indicators. But But sometimes, you know, just to know where the apex is, so sometimes you might want to hit it early or late, depending on the corner. Oh, there's lots of tracks that don't make much sense. I mean, I can show you my braking points on this, the ones I use. Because if you watch like Tidgeney's stuff, because the quicker guys can tend to brake a lot later. So if you ever watch the lap guide from one of those guys, then take the braking markers back a tiny bit, and you'll find it easier. Because if you go for them, you'll often just fly off the corners. Oh yeah, you can go off all sorts, and you've got the login stuff in there now, so you can actually use that to compare lines if you want to see the best. Because the best way of getting quicker, apart from practice generally, is secure for the next one, is watching the replays of the faster guys and following the ghost round, and you know that tends to be the best way of getting quicker. Watch where they brake, watch what gear they're in when they hit the corners, watch the line they're taking. Which again, you follow the ghost and you set the ghost up to replay. So if I've got to show you my ghost settings, you can load up other people's ghosts as well. Right, so I've got a ghost offset to 0.3 and I've got a reset ghost position on. So if I'm chasing a ghost, like the car I'm chasing is this one. He's 12th in the world on this race. So fair few places ahead of me because I'm on what am I on? I'm on 1305 at the moment, which is 247th. That's fine. Feel free to ask questions. Yeah, Forza Horizon's a bit more arcadey. It's not as arcadey as Motorfest. Again, I play both of those. Forza Motorsport is slightly less simmy than this, and this is a bit less simmy than the likes of ACC and definitely iRacing. So it's kind of, this is a lot more accessible. Oh, there's loads of tracks with really weird lines. But yeah, right, you can see the controls. So this is a fictional track. You get a lot of real tracks. So learning this isn't going to help you in any other games. This is the main straight. So I'm looking out for the advertising board, and I'll brake just after it, this second one. So I'll brake just after that. And I'm just scrubbing the speed to stick with this. I'm going to see that Marshall box, so I get back on the power. Then I'm going to brake just past the start of that curb. That's probably a penalty, but we'll just go with it. Yeah, penalty. I'll just keep going. That's a track limit penalty because I hit the curb. There's a tree at the end, and I tend to brake just at the start of that tree. So there's a little bush, and then a tree. Accelerate out. Careful not to go too wide. Got to cut this corner. Then I'm just going to dab the brake a bit and turn in, but caught the gravel there. Just past the tree, turn in again, slight bit of brake. Accelerate out. And then where there's little grey bit on the side, brake in there. It's flat out through here, unless you need to lift. That's penalty. But normally you'd brake with 100 board on this bit. Catch the corner, and then you've got to try and make sure you turn so you don't go wide. Just cut that curb. You can't actually mess with them in this. Well, in the game you can, but in the daily races, they tend to fix them. So they're fixed in this. You get a choice of car, but you can't. The only thing you can change is the brake balance. And again, there's no right or wrong brake balance. That's a penalty, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so in this I can change the traction control, but I've got turned it off. Brake balance and change, which I haven't changed, and should be on 3. You've also got manual transmission, traction control off, ABS default, auto drive turned off, braking line assistance you can turn on if you want to see the braking lines, braking indicator, so if like flashes brake when you want to do it. And again, you can show a braking area, a big red mark on the floor. Replace the car after leaving track, I've got turned off. Active stability management is turned off, and counter steering assistance is turned off. And you can see on the hood, like when I brake, the ABS thing lights up. So anything, when you're watching anyone playing this, the little circles at the bottom show all the different assists. When they're white, it means they're on, but not active. When they flash red, they're being used. And if they're clear, they're turned off. So that's how you can tell what people have got it. Yeah, it's got draft. Yeah, it's drafting. The drafting can be quite weird in this. Sometimes it's like overly strong. The collision physics can be a bit funny. It kind of pinballs off. Racing hours, I'm not sure. In the game, I've got 2,300 hours in this game, but a lot of that is messing around with the photo mode and looking at replays. So it's not all racing. Like I say, I play lots of other racing games as well. And other stuff. We were streaming a mountain biking game last night. Sometimes the collisions are a bit mad. And the penalty system's not amazing. I quite like that mountain biking game. There's the new island in through Motorfest in a couple of weeks as well. Could have had early access to that, but I haven't got a PC, so which is a shame. Tokyo Extreme Race is out in a couple of weeks. Probably play that. What kind of donut? Yeah, round ones. Cheers for the sub, much appreciated. Again, thanks everyone for popping in and chatting, much appreciated. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. If you're watching the vertical stream, give it a double tap and give those emojis a tickle. A lot of people like steering wheels for this, yeah. You don't need one to be quick. But if you know, for the immersion, a lot of people play this on steering wheel. And if you play other sims, then yeah, steering wheel, definitely recommended. Because the majority of people will play this on a controller. I do quite like the Logitech wheels, the look of them anyway. I've never tried them, but the new RS50 looks really nice. But then again, you know, the Fanatec and the Thrustmaster stuff's decent. And you got the Revo sim as well from Nacon coming out this year on the PlayStation. It depends which Thrustmaster wheel you've got. I've got a Thrustmaster T150, which isn't brilliant. The 458, 498, 598 is it? The direct drive one, that's meant to be alright. My fastest lap time I can remember. I don't know, I tend to forget them pretty quick. I've been in the top 100 before now, on some circuits. Yeah, my Thrustmaster T150 was a Ferrari one. But yeah, the feedback on the T150 is not brilliant in this. I prefer the I prefer the DualSense because the feedback through the DualSense is great in this. So good. You can tell what the car's doing. You can feel the car sliding around. The triggers help you see when you've lost grip and stuff like that. It's a the Thrustmaster T150 is force feedback, but it's FFB's force feedback. The Thrustmaster sounds a bit grindy, to be honest. I probably dropped it too many times. To be honest, you look at the leaderboards, and you can rent the cars, so you can just look at the leaderboard, see what's doing well, and then pick a couple of them and try them out, because you just rent the car. And no worries, Revit. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, so you don't have to buy the cars to race them in this if you're doing the ranked. This is ranked multiplayer. I'd start off with slower cars, yeah. I think traditionally people tend to start with the Mazda MX-5s, don't they? Wrong gear there. Sorry, Rob. Completely the wrong gear. On this, you have to rank up. It gives you do a few races, and then it puts you in the lowest rank. And then depending how you do in the races, you gain or lose rank. And there's also a safety rating for how clean you drive. So if you're punting people off all the time, you lose your rating. I tend to know. I tend to know from driving a lot of laps on it. I mean, I'm not looking at the gear notifier all the time. I go by the sound of it, mostly. I'm looking out for the braking markers more than anything. Gotta stop doing that. I've never tried iRacing, so I don't know. I would imagine iRacing's a bit more robust with regards to penalties and ranking and stuff. This game tries to be accessible more than anything. I've raced with Rory a few times. He tends to be on early. We're on opposite times of the day. He's in bed by now. But I've raced with him at lunchtimes occasionally. If I've jumped on for a quick race at lunchtime. Well, Rory gets up at like stupid o'clock in the morning. He's up at like 5. goes to the gym like really early and takes the kids to school and does some video stuff. But this game's got a bigger player base than probably most of the PC sims put together. So because of that, the matchmaking's generally pretty good. And it's just accessible. It's easy to just jump on this, get some good racing-ish, and you're done. You need PlayStation Plus to play this online. I mean, you don't need PlayStation Plus just to play the single-player side of it, but if you want to play it online. Yeah, I'm in the UK. Slows you down so much hitting that. Yeah, I'm in Liverpool. Or near Liverpool, anyway. Got this car next to me trying to push me out of the way. Hang on to this guy's coattails for a lap. Keep him out of the way. Who's my favourite YouTuber? I'm not sure. Possibly Will from Work or Jack Frags. Yeah, well, I like Will from Work and I like Jack Frags and Tomographic and people like that. And also Captain Falcor. Clean race. Getting DR again. Who was it you smashed into, eh? Somebody left, I think. Was it Jimmy? Yeah. You have to be careful. I'm just not taking enough care. I'm just not carrying enough speed onto that first turn. I need to carry more speed around on the first corner. Just being super careful not to go wide. Because the tyres are cold when it starts. So where are we? We've gained much DR. We've got a little bit of DR back. I mean, it is Hey, Kane. It is GT7. So look, Nick. Hello. How's it going? Thanks for popping in. Join the next one. Yeah, it's that first line. I'm just not carrying enough speed through. Blow over physics. What do you mean by that? Yeah, Sophie's a much better AI in this. When they've added that, it's a lot more competitive. Oh, right, okay. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, that's all right. I mean, there's a lot of you get a dirty air and stuff like that in this. So if you're right behind someone, you can't turn as well because the aero doesn't work quite as well. I mean, the lobbies in this can be iffy, but it's better than a lot of games I've played. I lost a ton of time on that corner. I need to concentrate on not hitting that curb. The update, I mean, they didn't really do much to sport mode. It's nice to get a couple extra tracks, and they've added a couple of new Group 3 cars. A new Group 4 car that nobody uses. The new Porsche is good in Group 3. Yeah, the Group 3 Porsche is really nice, the new one. It would have been nice to see him add a bit of stuff to sport mode, but then only a small portion of the player base actually plays sport mode. It's not a penalty. No, got away with it. You kind of get used to reading the chat. I tend not to beat any of my quali times on stream. It's quite rare. Well, they had the update a week ago, didn't they? Well, a couple of weeks back with the new Porsche. They had the Spec 3 update just before Christmas with the power pack, which I still need to play through. I was going to do some videos of playing through that. So that's meant to be decent. That's a penalty. Terrible cut across there. I mean, I'd like to think they'll roll out some more race cars. And I would imagine they're doing them in prep for GTA, but I don't think we'll see GTA for a while. Oh, that's terrible. Cheers, Sue. I mean, an M4 would be nice. The problem with the because AC is modded, people can mod in damage and stuff like that because there's so many mods for it. Whereas manufacturers don't really like seeing their cars getting smashed up, so you don't find much in the way of damage with licensed cars. Cheers, 80 Rider. So that was like one of the good things with Burnout and games like that, is you could proper smash the cars up, and with Wreckfest, because they're not licensed cars, so you can do pretty much whatever you want with them. But if you're playing a car, and if you've got a car in a game like a Toyota or something, and it crumples into a heap when you hit a wall, which it would do, obviously, they don't like showing that in the game because it makes the car look unsafe. Not with any context that you've just hit a wall at 200 miles an hour. And the damage in this, I mean, they can do... They've got a couple of different damage models. I mean, it's not very great, but they simulate the damage. Like, your car will go a bit squiffy, and... But in the normal races, the damage repairs itself after 30 seconds. So you might get dodgy steering for 30 seconds, or your power might drop because the engine's damaged. But you can turn it on, so you need to go to the pits to repair it. You just don't use it very often. Because they want to keep the game accessible. The harder they make it, the less people play. I've done it again. I mean, there's Corvettes in it, but and occasionally you see the Group 3 Corvette. Depend on the circuit. Because they have a balance of power with the cars, so they try and make them even. But due to the nature of the gearing and acceleration and stuff like that, there's always going to be a best car or best couple of cars for a particular circuit. Which in this case, it's the Atenza, the GT, the Lambo, and the F-Type for this week. And occasionally you'll get one that's just massively overpowered and then people use it all the time. I tend not to watch an awful lot of actual racing. I watch the rally. I watched Rally Sweden at the weekend. Or some of it anyway, because it's on all weekend. I have stuff to do. Exactly that, Kane. That is the biggest problem with this. The players will only drive to what the game allows them to do. So if there's no consequences for ramming people off, then people will ram each other off. It's if the penalty system was more strict. But you would also find that less people would play because it's more strict. Right, let's see what race we get this time. Oh, the race hasn't started yet. Yeah, there's a few Citroën. There's a few Corvettes in this. Why hasn't the race started? This is not good. Here we go. Are we in? Are we in or not? Yes, we're in. Okay. That was odd. Someone must have been having connection problems. Are we missing people? Yeah, 15. Somebody's been booted, I think. No, the way the qualifying works in Gran Turismo is your best time of the week counts. So you don't qualify for each race. You before a race, it's just free qualifying, and whatever the best time is, everyone keeps that until you can improve it. So my best time of the week is a 1:39.5 so far. And the driving ratings go from E for the first couple of races you start, all the way up to A+, and then the people who get to the World Finals can use an S rating. Yeah, you're best qualifying for the week, so people all with the top times will just be like nailing the laps all week to get a really good time, and then that counts for the races. Some people prefer it, would rather it wasn't that way, so you qualified per race, but it's just the way Gran Turismo does it. So yeah, you can just practice as much as you want on the laps and then go into the races with a good quality time, because the quality time is really important on this, as you can imagine, to try and avoid the carnage. Yeah, it means, you know, over the week, the better drivers get to the front of the pack. And the track limits are quite generous on this as well. Compared to other racing games, it doesn't use the same championship sort of race limits. No, it's true. You know, some people don't have time. I don't spend ages qualifying. Right, it's a decent gap behind. I want to see if I can get this guy back. I'm hoping to avoid the carnage. Because the less carnage I see, the more chance I've got of a decent finish. I messed that corner up. They do bump draft in this. Especially on circuits like Daytona and Le Mans. So you do see bump drafting. Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, you can lose safety rating if you hit people hard. Yeah, if you hit someone and you go off the circuit, then you'll tend to get a penalty. If you hit them end on. Guy behind's getting in a bit quick. I got a penalty because he forced me off the track, basically. It's often the way with Gran Turismo. Someone will force you off the circuit and you get the penalty. And people also tend to just shove you out of the way. Well, that was nice of him. And you see, he never got any things for that. Hey, LVP, how's it going? Yeah, it was pretty dodgy. He's just because he can generally just force you out of the way. Because that's what people do. Is if they can get you out of the way, then they'll just push you, push you off the circuit. Because there's no reason for them not to. Because you don't get a penalty for it, so. Some people would rather gain that 9th position than race properly. No worries, Kate. Thanks for popping in. Thanks everyone for popping in. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Double tap the screen if you're on the vertical. And don't forget to tap those emojis as well, because it all helps. Hello, that ghost. Yeah, we'll do a couple more races. See how we go. So I lost some DR on that one. Oh, that was terrible. I mean, the F40s are nice. I quite like Lamborghinis. No worries, Seth. Oh yeah, you get loads of that. Cheers, Seth. You get people who dive bomb all the time and say you left a gap when you were always going to turn into that gap. You only left a gap because that's the racing line, and then people dive into it and say you've turned in on them. Gary, how's it going? Yeah, there's cheers popping in. I know Luton, yes. Well, I know of it. I've never been there. I mostly know of it because of the airport. Yes. Exactly that. I mean, it'd make a decent shore when I get around to making shorts again. First to last, yes, briefly, I did. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got a Thrustmaster T150. I've tried. Ah, cut wrong. Cut too much of that corner. Hey Mark, I'm in the UK. No worries, Sue. Thanks for popping in. Ah. And thanks for popping in, Mark. Yeah, I think most people struggle when they first get a wheel. I mean, in theory, you know, people will eventually get faster on a wheel. Because it's easier to hold a corner on a wheel. And obviously you've got a larger range of motion for the corners and the wheels. The pedals. And it's the immersion as well. People would rather feel like they're driving a car, I suppose. But in Gran Turismo, you know, you can be quick on a controller. It's just personal preference, I suppose. That's a terrible line. It's going to go wide. Hey Max. How's it going? Bit of wheel spin, lost some time. Oh, this is very scruffy. No, I tend not to watch F1. I just watch the rallying, the WRC stuff. And occasionally Rallycross when that's on. Rallycross has gone weird though, last few years. With half the fields using electric cars and half the fields using regular combustion engines. I mean, I used to watch a bit of F1 in the sort of 90s, 80s, 90s kind of time. But yeah, kind of went off it. That's fair enough, Asherim. Everyone has different opinions. If you like ACC, that's fair enough. I'm not a massive fan of ACC, but each to their own. So. It can be. I get Rally. I subscribe to like Rally TV, so you get all of it live that entire weekend. So you can watch every stage live, and then afterwards you can watch onboards, and there's like various other programs. They do previews and highlights and everything. So yeah, it's a really if you like rallying, it's a brilliant service. Never miss any of it. And I don't get a chance to sit around and watch all, you know, all weekend. So I'll catch what stages I can and catch up the highlights for the rest of it. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a soap opera. Well, with Rallycross, they sort of introduced the electric cars to Rallycross, and then they give people the choice. You can either use electric cars or combustion engine cars, and try to keep the power equivalent, which is odd because, you know, it's difficult to do. So it's really weird. You get some of the cars like going around like, the electric cars, and then you get the combustion engine cars with them. It's an odd mix. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, Rally TV it's called. As well as WRC, you get the ERC, and I think the Rallycross too. Yeah, so didn't you? Exactly that. It's in the autumn this year. Normally it's Rally Sardinia's earlier on in the year. Oh, didn't go there. Yeah, I would imagine it's like F1 TV. OJ is like ridiculous. I've met Sebastian OJ as well. But yeah, it's yeah, he's just nuts. Johnny, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, they had when last time they had a Rally GB a few years back. Channel 4 highlights. I think ITV might do highlights now in the UK. Not in any time soon, Humod. I mean, I've got a wheel stand. Weirdly. I need a new PC before I need a sim setup. I haven't got anywhere to put it, to be honest. Bit limited for space. This is Gran Turismo 7 and it's daily races, they're out multiplayer. And this is Group 4, which is equivalent to GT4 cars. Oh, Dave's has had a bit of trouble. Yeah, it tends to mostly be Group 3 and Group 4, which is GT3, GT4 in the daily races. They'll also have like a random... They have Daily Race A, which has some weird setup. It tends to be like a road car. And it's around Tokyo Expressway this week. Race C on this is a longer race. And it's a Laguna Seca in the Group 3 cars. Hey, you finally got the cabs right. Hey, Reno Barak, how's it going? Way overshot that corner. As always, thanks everyone for popping in. For those who've just come in, don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Double tap on vertical. And consider subscribing if you are new, of course. We are streaming horizontal and vertical, so there's a choice. And we tend to cover a mixture of car and driving games. Or racing games, not always cars. We do arcade stuff, sim stuff, indie stuff, anything really. Oh, Dames is gone. It's like there's that Star Wars racer coming out later this year. I'll probably play that. Yeah, I suppose it is. ACC is hard to control. Doesn't necessarily make it better. Cheers, Humod. Much appreciated. Like I say, we mostly play Gran Turismo. But I was doing a mountain biking game last night. And I'll do like Forza Horizon and stuff like that as well. So the arcade races, we've been doing a bit of Carmageddon recently, the new one. Bit of JDM we've done. Should have a video out for JDM at some point when I get a chance to finish editing it. There's Tokyo Extreme Races out in a couple of weeks. Screamer is out. Another arcade battle race that looks really good. So I'll probably play that. So yeah, bunch of stuff. Finally got that curve right. The overhyped racing game. To be honest, I don't know. Because ACC, I know loads of people play it. Not ACC. iRacing, people play it for how it plays, not how it looks, because it looks like crap compared to this, anyway. I'd say the most overrated is probably ACC, to be honest. I mean, it's a popular game, but LMU is so much better from what I've seen. The guys at Kunos don't know how to do multiplayer. If it wasn't for third-party people like LMU doing arranging the races for ACC, it would have died out ages ago. And what they've done with, Evo, just shows they've got absolutely no clue what the community wants. The PC community want a game a bit like this, but with proper sim physics. And I think that's what they were hoping for. Oh, there's someone else. Maverick's gone. Oh no. I think a lot of people from this would like better penalty system, and I know a lot of people would want longer races. But you can do all of it in this. You know, you can have longer races. You can have more strict penalties. But PD tend to go with what players play. So they've got the stats. They know what weeks people play it more. And every time they put tuning and weather and day-night cycles, less people are going to play the daily races, which is a shame. They need to add another one. I don't really like the audio on ACC. I know loads of people love it, but I just think it's overdone. It just sounds like over the top. Dames might give me a push here. Yeah, thought he would. Nice one. I mean, the penalty system in this could do with a massive overhaul. It lets people off with so much stuff, which it shouldn't do. But when it was dead strict, it was wrong a lot of the time, which annoyed people as well. So another clean race. That's pretty good. My favourite car in this, I quite like the new Porsche. I think the new Porsche is great. The favourite road car? Ooh, I don't know. I tend not to drive the road cars much in this. Where's the no worries? I mean, the controller on ACC is, well, ACC is not really beginner friendly. I mean, I drove it with a controller on the PlayStation, but the PlayStation version of it's not great. Let's have a look at some of the cars, just so I can show people who aren't familiar with the game. Because I'm going to do one more race tonight. So, we've got used cars, there's loads. Brand Central, they've got tons of brand stuff. There's tons of road cars. So this is like all the used cars you can pick up. And these cycle out. You can see there's lots of stuff in there. There's like 500 cars, 550 cars or something like that in the game. Got loads of different manufacturers. So you got all the US brands. Load of European brands. I mean, they're missing obvious stuff like Lotus. There's no Lotus. I mean, it depends on the DualSense. It's good, but if you're used to a wheel, then you're going to find controller hard. I would imagine it's a similar number to Forza Horizon, I guess. Because Forza Horizon tends to have about 500 cars, doesn't it? So if I look at the garage, it'll tell you how many cars there are in this. There is... Oops, wrong one. Where is it? Car collection. There we go. So there is 559 cars in the game, and I've got 326 of them. So yes, 559 cars. And some people have them all. I don't, but you also have legend cars, which are like classics that are like stupidly expensive. Stuff like the old Toyota 2000 GT, 330 P4. McLaren F1, stuff like that. 365 GTB, nice car that. I think they kind of did the Daytona Spider to look a bit like that one in Miami Vice. An old 73 Skyline. So yeah, there's quite a variety of cars. Loads of road cars, loads of racing cars. The racing cars tend to be quite old. That's the only thing, apart from the new ones. What time? I've got time. So if I go into my, let's go into the Brand Central. So the newest cars they've added are, where's Porsche? Just added this one, the 22 911 GT3. That's the most recent car they added. Which is it's a nice car to drive. And they also recently added a... They're all red. Apart from... it's 296 GT3. They've just added this one. They added that just for Christmas. 296 GT3. There is Bugattis in this, the Veyron. Some circuits they use the Veyron because it's got really good top speed, but it doesn't turn very well. So there is the Bugattis, which is France. Bugatti. So you've got the Veyron, VGT. So you get VGT cars, which are sort of Vision Gran Turismo ones, like specially designed for the game. So there's a couple of them. Chiron. and obviously an old Veyron. Oh, the Veyron's got more radiators than my house. They added a Hyundai in Group 4 as well. Pagani, I don't think they got Paganis. They just added that, Elantra N. That was another new one. Yeah, Pagani, I don't think they do. It's Europe, isn't it? They don't do Pagani, they don't. Oh yeah, they do. Got Pagani. The Huara and the Zonda. It's what's the name I'm thinking of? Not Pagani, the other one. Koenigsegg. They haven't got Koenigsegg's. But anyway, it's secure for this race. Don't want to miss it. So yeah, there's loads of cars. I mean, I would imagine there's lots of very weird quotes out there. So yeah, we need to. I need to improve the quality time, which I'll probably do tomorrow, maybe. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so our time is 255th out of I don't know how many at the moment. Let me see, how many people have entered Daily Race B at the moment? Because there's a website you can check. Let me just have a look. Let me have a look at events, dailies, Daily Race B. Okay. So there's 22,000 players have set a time in this. 22,188 players have set a time. So at 21,000, 255th isn't bad. Right. I would prefer to be inside the top 200, but that's asking a bit. There seems to be a lot of fast people on this week. Oh, wrong button. That's the one. Press the right button. I mean, I've only got 47 seconds, so I'm not really going to get anything that will happen. The Ferraris in this game do sound nice. New Porsche sounds great as well. Just not getting that corner right. I never showed you the Corvettes. Hey Dave, how's it going? What happened to you in that last race, dude? You were way near the front. And Dames is in second. Ah, right, fair enough. I just can't get the speed on this. I'm doing alright for the quali time, but trying to do it without following a ghost. It's tricky to get the lines right. It'll get better as I go through the week. That's the wrong button, isn't it? Lotus. I mean, I used to like Williams when Nigel Mansell used to race for them. There's a fair bit of dive bombing goes on in this race. And nudging. And obviously, as before, when that guy just pushed me off the circuit. I remember everyone used to like the John Player Special cars, the black ones, black and gold. They look so cool. Hey Jasper, how's it going? Yes, we're doing this will be the last race tonight because it is 10 past midnight, so in the UK. So I'll do one more. Oh, my Lego cars have been sent everywhere. It's because the dog comes in and wags his tail and knocks all the cars over all over the place. See if I can actually get this corner right. That was a little bit better. Oh, someone's come off. Yeah, I've seen some of Super GT's videos, Steve's videos, and then playing F1 online. I know this could be dodgy, but compared to F1, mind you, Forza Motorsport could be a bit iffy online. That's the thing, F1, it'll all be electric before long. Oh, he's gone off. Trying to dry his tyres out. Oh, they're all going off. Go on, Mickey. Oh, caught a massive corner there. I thought that'd be a penalty. Massively caught that corner. Z8 pushed me off the circuit before. Well, that worked out well for him, didn't it? Yeah, they are a bit bumpy. I kind of saw that coming. Right, I need to get a couple of places back. I might find that was a penalty. Nope, got away with it. Good. I haven't got many laps left to get some places back. I've got to hope for a bit more carnage. Someone's got a penalty. This is going to be interesting for the last lap. It's all going to come to blows when we get to that chicane. Baller's gone off. Right, let's see if we can dart with the inside on the chicane. Take a wild line and go up the inside. Nah, not enough. Ah, never mind. Charlie manual pad. Fancy someone playing this with manual gears and on a pad. Fancy that. God, you never see that, do you? Manual and a pad. Incredible stuff. Someone should get that guy a sponsorship. Save this replay. Hey, Hunty Plays, how's it going? That was bananas. Right, save that one. Save that one. Oh, we just missed out on the DR. Look at that. Terrible. So where we ended up with DR-wise? Probably back where we started. I know, but yeah, it's maybe slightly better than we started. We're about 3/4 of the way through A. So we're getting there. We are getting there. Hey, Kale Peanut Boy. I'm okay. Well, I've just finished. That was the last race. I do have some roulettes still to open, though, because we always end off on the roulettes. So we got 3 of them. Let's see what we get. A bit like the wheel spins in Forza, but not as good. If you can imagine that. So we got 3 star and a few 4 stars. Let's see what we get. It's always a massive disappointment. I mean, I'm going to give that a little cheer because it wasn't the exhaust. £5 though, it's rubbish. Right, let's try this one. Let's go. Oh, God. Yay, coilovers. For an AMG safety car. That's really useful. Oh, it's going to be a car as well, isn't it? I don't need a car. It's a new BRZ. Is it BRZ? No, it's an. Oh yes, it's a Nissan, isn't it? Not BRZ, of course. It's the Nissan Fairlady, the new one. It's an ugly car. They used to look really nice, those cars. Oh, they've done that to it. I'll see if I've already got one. Might be able to sell it. But yeah, thanks everyone for popping in. Don't forget to leave a like if you didn't already before we finish. Subscribe if you are new, and you know, you're welcome for the tips. Let me see if I've got it. I might be able to sell it. Might be worth something. Let's have a look. Have I got any dupes? Oops, wrong one. Number of cars. Oh, I've got 2 of these. Sell that. What else have we got? Yes, we've got 2. Ooh, let's get rid of that one because it's got the 23. It's hardly worth the effort. And I've got 2 911s, but I'll sell that one because that's the one that came with thingy, wasn't it? There we go. Bit of extra cash. Selling some duplicates. Right, so that is it for me for tonight. Thanks again for everyone for popping in. Thanks for chatting, otherwise it's just me talking to myself. Had some good races, a bit of a mixture, got a couple of decent clips. So if I get around to doing some more shorts, then I might get them out. It's got so much stuff to do. I've been trying to get back into doing them, but it's just so busy. So many games out at the moment. But yeah, I will be back on Thursday. Hopefully, I might do some more of this on Thursday, because it's been going all right, and we're kind of getting slowly towards A+. So I might do this again on Thursday. And then do something else on Sunday, depending what's out. So, yeah, hopefully improve the quality time before then. So, with a bit of luck, catch you then. Bye for now.